Today I'm joined by Philip Condon, the Managing Director of copper player Duke Exploration. Welcome, Philip.
Thanks, Gareth. Good to be here.
So a newly listed company, and you're newly in the big chair. What attracted you to join Duke Exploration?
That's a good question. I approached Duke Exploration through the eyes of an operator. I'd been the CEO of a couple of operations before, and also all my career is mining operations, as well as in parallel with that, the development of reserves and resources on the exploration sense. So when I looked at the assets of Duke Exploration, in particular the lead project, which is called the Bundara project, I like what I saw. It's in a great mining jurisdiction. Quite ironic in some respects because it's in the middle of coal country, so to speak, up southwest of Mackay.
Yes.
Near Copperbella mine, for example. And here we have copper mineralisation and extensive copper mineralisation. The actual Bundara Pluton was back in the 1870s. It was first discovered, and then production through artisanal style mining, pick and shovel type mining, through to about 1910. And it was one of the leading copper fields at the time as far as production is concerned. And they were mining grades of up to about 25% copper.
25% copper, sure.
Yeah, 25% copper, which is amazing sort of grades, and they're actually smelting it on site there. So that was I came into this situation where I saw this wonderful mining sort of region, if you like, and then looking at the project itself, and I saw resources and I saw potential for scale. And I could see a pathway through to production, even at this early stage. It's very early, and that's a bit of a stretch, but at the same time, mining professionals know what to look for, and when they see it, they recognise it, and you can't always express it, but so here I am.
So since listing on the stock exchange in November last year, where have the funds been concentrated? What have you been doing on the ground up there?
Okay, so basically the strategy has been pretty straightforward and pretty simple. It's to develop resources on known mineralisation areas, and we started off with Mount Flora. The reason we started off with Mount Flora, so this is a project location within the Bundara project region. The reason we started off with Mount Flora was that we had previous information on drilling and previous mining activity and geochem and geophysics. So they were all corresponding to give us a really high probability of a successful result. So that's where we started with when we're developing that resource. And the strategy basically is we've got about 103 targets across this. Actually, it's around the contact zone of the perimeter, of the intrusion, and we're going to be pursuing each one of those. So we've got them all lined up, and we've got the top 10 lined up. And Mount Flora is first cab off the ranks, so to speak, because it was the most advanced as far as the previous data available. And then we've prioritised all the others according to the same sort of criteria. We've developed our understanding on the geophysics and the geochemistry side, so we've increased our probabilities there, and we're just pursuing the target testing of these anomalous areas, and if they show up like they have done, then we'll progress them through to resource drilling and infill and so on and so forth, marching them down the path of preparation for mining.
Now the market appears to like what you're doing. You've had a good run on the stock exchange, almost doubling from your starting share price.
Yes.
Now that support seems to have continued. You've just done a placement and a SPP. And there was great support for that. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, it's so we opened the placement. We called a trading halt on Tuesday, the 8th of June, and we were seeking $8 million of placement funding, additional capital, and we also wanted to offer our existing shareholders the same discounted deal, which is at 36 cents. So it was about a 4 or 5 cent discount on the weighted average price up until that time, volume weighted average price. So we're in the process of doing that. The SPP closes tomorrow, and then finally we're going to be asking the shareholders in an EGM to ratify this placement. With the additional funds, we're not changing the strategy at all. We're keeping the same strategy. It's just that we're going to accelerate that strategy. And obviously, to accelerate the strategy, you need more funding. So instead of one drill rig on site, we're going to have 2 drill rigs on site, and we're lining up all the targets, and we're going to be drilling away.
Well, getting to the destination double time sounds like a great outcome for shareholders.
Indeed.
All right.
That's what we're pursuing. Thanks very much, Gareth. It's been a pleasure.